Hello, first graders. So now we're going to kind of talk about what happened with that parachute drop. Okay, what was going on? So, what happened when you flew the parachute? I want you to think about that for a minute, then I'm going to give you the answer. So when I dropped that parachute, what happened? It fell or kind of floated to the floor. What made the parachute float down gently instead of just dropping hard? It's the air. The air provides resistance up in the parachute, which allows it to drop a little bit slower. Where is the air? Think about that for a minute. Air is everywhere. It's all around us, okay? So this room is full of air. Anything that falls has to push, okay, its way through the air. In order for a parachute to fall, it has to push through the air. The parachute system is not very heavy, but the parachute canopy is very large. The amount of air pushing back on the parachute canopy makes it fall slowly. When an object moves through the air, it is always slowed down by air pushing back at it. The pushback is caused by air that is called air resistance, okay? So what's happening is, if this were to just fall by itself, it would go fast, right? But since this has such a big area right here, the air is pushing on it, which is allowing it to fall a lot slower, okay? So when you drop a paper clip by itself, it does not have to push very much air out of its way as it falls. When the same paper clip falls and it's attached to a parachute, the system is large, so it has to push a lot of air out of the way for it to fall, and so it falls much more slowly, okay? So what I want you to remember, that the way a parachute interacts with air is it has to push a lot more air out of the way in order for it to fall, so it causes it to fall a lot slower than if it didn't have the parachute attached to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to answer the focus question, which is, how does a parachute interact with air? What is it doing with the air? Okay, it's pushing it out of the way, right? So I want you to draw a picture of the parachute falling, and I want you to tell me how it interacts with the air. And I'm going to start the question for you. I'm going to start it for you by saying a parachute interacts with air by, because that's just restating the question. And I'm going to put a blank, and I'm going to give you some words that you can use to help you answer that question. Okay? Thank you for coming to visit, and I look forward to your submissions.